I screwed this all up. So anyhow, like I said, there's more to come with this, but I just wanted to pivot into one other piece that which is kind of going away from, this sport because I don't want people thinking that, oh, I don't want people, telling Ra to come and get me because I'm, no, we're not, Anyhow,
Because I'm gonna be the one to put it in Alexa's ear to beat your
oh,
ass.
you can
Yeah.
be the one to tell her to show up and come here to do what you need
Oh,
to. What
oh,
and what she said, these work.
oh,
Call her. You call her, I call Fit.
oh.
Oh
All
shit.
right.
Yo.
You gotta get me stomped out. That's all right. Team 40 coming for you, and I got the funeral home coming for me.
I know they on my side.
But nonetheless, the Super Bowl was more so yesterday, and Bad Bunny more so kind of performed or whatever. Did anybody see it? If you didn't, you're racist. And shout out to Latinos del Mundo. But did you see the
I
performance?
am racist, unfortunately. I need to do better.
Gotcha. Yeah, typical.
I watched it. I
Yeah.
watched it. I mean, I don't speak Spanish, but I've been to the Bronx. Similar. Uh, no, I really liked it. Because I saw it when it was on, and then of course now in the age we're living in, it's constantly being like circulated, and I was able to like learn and pick up different things that were put in there, historical things or just little Easter eggs that I didn't consider or
Right.
happened too fast in the moment where I didn't realize what was happening. So
Very much.
I appreciated it. I also kind of was thinking like, clearly I live in a certain bubble. I wonder how the masses in the nation took it, because it seems like they don't want immigrants and the whole shit was in Spanish. So I wonder how the rest of the world took it. But as for me and my Black and Spanish community, we all loved it. It seems to be um, pretty universal that people enjoyed it. At least my people enjoyed it.
hmm
So,
hmm I can kind of attest to that too. I remember there was a part where it was kind of towards the end, and I actually remember liking the song, but I think they were by like the electric poles and they were dancing or whatever like that, and somebody told
mhm.
me that was significant or symbolic in terms of how long it took the government, I guess, from like Hurricane Maria, to kind of make change, so I'm like, oh, I never knew that. So I do
Yeah.
think that there were certain pieces, unfortunately for the English speaker that I am, what I'm saying, that I didn't get, just in terms of like different things that probably were said. I'm jamming and shit. I don't know what I'm jamming to. He could be like, kill a black man, kill a black man. I'm just like, yeah, nah, 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 nah,
I
nah.
mean,
You
I feel
know,
like that's kind of how music is anyway. I don't
very,
know what the
very
fuck the
much.
Migos be saying. I
Very
just
much. I say the
like
same thing. I'm like,
I don't know
there are
what they
people that
say.
speak English and I don't know what they're saying either. Some people say with dance hall, Afro beats, Brazilian music, so on and so forth. We love it. Um,
And plus, I think I'm at an age bracket now, and I feel like we all are like Unk old. I don't even know who these people are no more. I'm just here because the shit is on TV, and I want to see what's going on. Like I'm trying to stay current. Like
mm, gotcha. I will say, although I don't know the words. I am familiar with some of his music. I'm not gonna say everything, you know what I'm saying? But I am, so I was able to like, na, 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 like two of the songs because I did know them. Yeah, I think great performance more so overall. I wish that there was an English version, you know what I'm
All
saying? So
right.
that I could, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Give me just 1 second, y'all. One
go ahead,
second.
know what it's about or, speak on it, appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? That sort of a thing. Do you feel or not even do you feel, with you being, let's just say, Unk status, if you had, let's just say, the opportunity, or who do you feel like deserves a Super Bowl performance that we just haven't seen yet? Yeah, or people.
honestly, that's hard because I feel like these last what like 6 or 7 years, I feel like some of the ones that I really wanted to see we've gotten. Um,
Who did you want to see that we got?
Let me see who have we just we got Rihanna, we got.
That was kind of lame.
I mean, whether you loved it or you hated it,
I want her to redo it. She had a baby. She
she
was
was yeah,
limited.
she was pregnant, yeah. So
Yeah.
I know what that was. Usher. I mean, I'm a big Usher fan, so I was waiting for that. I really enjoyed that. We had a Didn't we have somebody else Spanish?
Jennifer Lopez and Shakira.
Yeah, that was a few years ago, right?
Yeah,
I say that to say
2020.
like there were a few. I mean, I probably wouldn't have picked J Lo, but um,
Why not?
honestly, I mean, because J Lo, I like J Lo's
She got
rom
hits.
coms. I'm not here to see her sing.
She got hits.
I don't know. She got blockbusters for sure. Like
She got she has
anything for
hits.
Salinas. Like
Fuck the wardrobe malfunction. Janet's performance was excellent. Usher's performance was also excellent. I do as far as somebody new, I feel like SZA would be a good choice. I feel like Missy would be a good choice. She has enough party, upbeat, up tempo songs that I feel will get the crowd hype. I feel like she has a good enough catalog to do Super Bowl. And I don't feel like she needs to be like dancing to the point of sweat to pull off a good performance. Missy is one of those people who knows how to pull off a great performance, even if she isn't like scrubbing elbows and knees to do so.
I think, and I hate to say it because I'm a huge Missy fan. I feel like Missy's prime in terms of when she would have been great has passed. I don't think Missy would really. I think back then we would have got a better Super Bowl performance, I think, than now. I just think maybe she's just in a different stage, place. I don't know what it is, but I don't see it sort of happening. I remember when they had the concert with her and Timbaland and Sierra, I mean, and Busta, which to me on paper is, like, whoa, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I just felt like maybe it was poor planning, marketing, whatever it may be. I felt like it was crickets, you know what I'm saying, when it kind of came to that show. I feel like even the clips that I saw online, I was a little underwhelmed. Like, wait, this is supposed to be amazing. This looks better on paper than the actual, footage per se. I
I
think
was at that show. It was great.
you would say that. I
It
think
was
what happens is it 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 I could have seen it some years ago. I don't know if I could see her doing it now. And I don't think SZA has enough hits to do a Super Bowl performance.
Thank God you don't get paid for thinking.
Hits, not songs that, where
She
you have
got
to
hits that
hit.
stick like grits.
SZA does
SZA
not
has
have enough hits
plenty.
for a Super Bowl
She
performance.
has three whole projects full of hits.
You say three, but it's
A Super
basically
Bowl
two,
set at
25.
max be like 10 to 15
It's
minutes.
like
She
13
has
minutes.
10 to 15 minutes of songs.
That everybody is more so going to know. If she would
Yes,
have break it down,
yes.
SZA has like 13
Bro,
release hit
you
singles.
just recently got into SZA catalog, and you have said that she got hits on her first album and second album.
There's
She
songs
also
that I
got hits
like.
on this Lana
There's songs
album.
that I like, but just in terms of I think when it comes to Super Bowl, hits and songs I think are two different things.
The
Does
the only
SZA
reason I
have
say
13
differently is
singles
I had
at a
a
minimum?
ticket. I went to SZA's SOS tour,
I did as
the
well.
Atlanta. Right. So you saw how it was hella people of all different races, walks of life, who knew every single word. Like every single word.
I
It doesn't
also
Like,
have.
I don't know. I think that yes, when I was there, it was crowded. It was great show as a matter of fact. However, for the Super Bowl, for the demographic, I think SZA's demographic leans younger women, like younger women. Like they showed up in droves. And I think for the Super Bowl to be sports focused for the most part, I don't know how that would translate. But then again, I don't know. I could be proven
I only
wrong.
say that because I've known like, straight men to love SZA also. I feel like universally she has a way of speaking to both psychological and emotional experiences that kind of resonate with people, regardless of how
Yeah,
they
I
identify.
feel that way too. I love SZA, but I'm
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I would definitely love to see SZA perform at the Super Bowl. I don't know if it would be
She's
as a
not ready to headline.
headliner. Not maybe not today, but I mean I love every project Solana's put out. So I mean maybe she just needs another project,
I
or
feel
another.
like from the hits on Control, from the hits on SOS, from the hits on Lana,
She's not
to
ready
the
to
fucking
headline.
collaborative hits, she has so many
She's not ready to headline. She is not. Think about this. Janet has been out how long prior to her getting offered
before
that
she,
Super Bowl?
yeah, I
You
see
know what I'm
that.
saying?
I see
Rihanna
that.
had
That's
Yeah.
sexism. and
It
probably a
is
little
because Janet
racism.
has always been good enough. She's
She's
always been
always
good
been good
enough.
enough.
Well, here's the thing. Even with Madonna, it took Madonna, you know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, we don't know, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe they said not this time, so on and so forth. I just think when you have a Super Bowl performance, you just have to have hits. That's why I won't take it from Missy. Missy has enough songs or hits to do a Super Bowl performance. I think
Solana
back
got
then
them
it would have
too.
been great. SZA does not. Maybe in some years to come. Right now, I just don't see it. Not saying I'm actual factual and my word is bond, but I don't see it. I think Missy
The
would have
thoughts
been
and
good
opinions of this
some years
podcast do
ago.
not
They're
reflect. No,
truthful. I think Missy would have been good some years ago. I think we should have gotten that. I always say too, unfortunately we can't, but I think prior to the death, I think TLC should have gotten, I could have seen them doing,
yeah,
Super Bowl,
absolutely.
kind of seeing them do amazing. Um, Although with the J-Lo, shade, I do think J-Lo did a good job on the Super Bowl. One of the best Super Bowl performances, I will say, that I've
One of the
one
best.
of the best Super Bowl performances I will say that I have
I
seen.
don't know her. I don't know her.
You know her.
I don't
You
know
know
her.
her. She's Jenny from the block. You said you've been to the Bronx. You're familiar with her. She one of the best.
That's crazy.
Not that's factual.
I liked her work as a fly girl, but other than that,
Man, y'all watch that
Damn,
Super
you
Bowl
went back
performance.
almost 40 years to
Yeah,
find something you liked
yeah.
about J Lo.
that's what she was
Damn.
really. I mean,
Yeah, I go back
like
and watch that Super Bowl
really.
performance. Man, it was good. It was hits, it was lights, it was cameras. My eyes were moving. She was moving. That's what I want in a Super Bowl performance. I want constant like this. I like Usher. I think Usher needed a little bit more for a Super Bowl performance. I think he put on a
Cancelled. You
great
canceled.
show. No, he put on a good, it was a good performance. He just needed a little more for Super Bowl. For Super Bowl, I feel like it has to be, kind of like that. And I don't know if it was necessarily, what I'm saying, like that good live vocals, skating, all that dancing. I won't take any of that from him, but I just think a little more was needed for a Super Bowl performance.
Do we think Chris Brown would be? Because he recently said something about Bad Bunny, that they should have got him. Do we think Chris Brown would be a great performer for the
Let's ask
Super
the
Bowl?
Virginia native.
Right.
Who's a Virginia native? In DC, that's disrespectful. But I really enjoy Chris Brown's catalog. I just feel like Chris Brown is very polarizing. I mean, he's a very controversial figure, and I think the Super Bowl and the NFL are already controversial.
Let me
So
ask you this, because I feel like when it comes to Chris Brown's name, I feel like people say that he doesn't get the accolades or credits that he deserved because of some of the controversy. I don't feel it's necessarily that. I don't feel like the controversy that surrounded him has hindered him. People still fuck with him and people still give him a 100% chance when it comes to music and somebody they support. And, sometimes I feel like there are other things. Like when people say, oh, y'all would be comparing Chris Brown to Michael if it wasn't for that Rihanna thing. I don't feel it's necessarily that specifically. I feel like there are other things.
I think that I don't know. It's kind of like there was something that you said in there about him, like that kind of minimizes the fact that people like fuck with him. Like, yeah, people still fuck with Chris Brown, but the fans showing up for a concert is one thing. But if you can't get a Gap commercial, if Pepsi doesn't want to fuck with you, like when we talk about continuing to catapult someone to superstar status, unfortunately, because of some of his controversy that was not just that one incident, he was trying to play ping pong with Carucci's head too. And when it's like that long history of stuff, I think that's when it's like, okay, we can't trust that you'll be cool with staff, or you bring this type of element, into our establishment or into our organization. And when these are billion-dollar corporations, like they don't want that. Like I don't think it's just that people continue to give him chances. Like, yeah, the public will, but you have to still be able to get sponsorship, like in order to make it past a certain level. And
Yeah, yeah.
fortunately
And
for him,
unfortunately, a lot of companies and brands won't take the risk of the reputational damage.
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense. Mhm.
I don't know enough of his catalog, but I do think he has enough hits. He has way more than enough hits to do a Super Bowl. I think he would do, a good job at a Super Bowl. Do I think
He's an
it'll
amazing performer.
Yeah, he
happen?
can dance
Amazing.
like a motherfucker.
I don't know if it'll happen, but it's unfortunate that the DV situation did happen because I do feel like everybody has a past, and at some
Which
point,
which one though? Like, it's not just one incident. He got a past, he got a present.
so I'm not that familiar with Chris Brown. I thought it was just
See,
him
when you
again.
said
He beat
present, I'm like, wait a
Carucci.
minute. I thought
He beat Carucci too.
Allegedly.
But we know of one.
only saw that he like harassed her after the relationship.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure, like, when it went to court, and how do you get transcripts of it? All right, mate, don't let me put it on him if that's not true, but
yeah, yeah.
allegedly.
Okay, so and I hear that. Yeah, maybe he'll get one, maybe he won't. But I
I
do
do feel
think
like a part of it, I do feel like a small part of it is that society has a tendency to expect perfection when it comes to public figures. Like when it comes to our family and friends, we allow them to make mistakes or do things that are untoward and try to empathize with them and understand them and move forward. But when it comes to public figures, we for some reason act like they need to do everything perfectly. And because they're a public figure, they should understand and know. And I don't think humans work that way.
Nah, let me tell you something. Like, I can forgive Beyonce for her bangs being too short. You probably can't like black somebody eye all crazy when she's wearing like a gown. Like, what? I don't know. I
But but
wasn't. I don't know
but
what's going on.
like Rihanna said with that particular incident, she said she put hands on him first. And people snap in the heat of the moment.
All right. So, for instance, I'm physically stronger than my 6-year-old little cousin.
Yeah.
He hits me first and it hurt. Like, does that mean like I should just
There
wow?
should still be a level of restraint. Like, all right, I'm not finna,
Yeah. Like, come
Okay.
on.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
stronger. I'm
absolutely.
stronger than you.
And I think because of your job and your position, you have to kind of think, although you're human, unfortunately, the career path that you have before you're a
I
human,
think
in
that's
some
the
ways you're an
unfair
employee.
part because in my regular life, I
No, it's
see
not.
people who are managers, CEOs, district managers, hold such prestigious positions, doing such unethical or untoward things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Report them. Put them on
is it
YouTube.
unfair? I'm not gonna do
But
that, but
but
you
but
know what I'm
but
saying.
I
But you get what I'm saying. Like
but I feel
we
like
can't expect that in the real world. So
no,
it's
you
like, why are we
can.
putting that on
We don't
public?
we don't we don't expect it in the real world either. But the thing is, if you do it and you get caught and it's on camera and there's footage and there's pictures, now that's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Sadly and unfortunately, even with like, nurses or doctors, they may get angry, in traffic or whatever, or somebody throw, whatever it may be. If they react, you know what I'm saying, with like physical violence or whatever, there's a good chance that they would lose their license. It's unfortunate, but because of that, because of the position and the job that you chose, in some ways you have to think before moving. And you have to say, to yourself, you know what I'm saying, which is more important, my pride, my money, you know what I'm saying, my reputation, my license. I think in some ways when you sign a dotted line or you agree to that, you have to move differently. And unfortunately, within that situation, I'm sure, if, things could be taken back, I'm pretty sure things would have been handled differently by both parties, possibly. But, I do think it's unfortunate. I don't know if there are multiple incidents, but if it was that one to kind of, once a beater, always a beater, you know what I'm saying? I do think people can change. Hopefully, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him at the Super Bowl. Maybe we won't. Hopefully we see him before we see SZA. But apart
Good
from that,
night.
I just wanted to say.